The McLaren F1 road car was the original bearer of the P1 moniker, known internally as Project 1. This was before the P1 hypercar, named after the pole position on the Formula 1 grid, came into existence. So, in essence, the F1, nicknamed P1, which referenced the F1's P1, ended up giving its code name to the P1 hypercar that utilized F1 technology. It's quite a fascinating backstory, resulting in a really cool name for the hypercar. McLaren went to great lengths to create the P1 steering wheel, even scanning the hand grips of its world champion drivers. These grips were meticulously modeled on a CAD system during development and then scanned to produce an exact replica. This attention to detail was aimed at perfecting those classic, "oh god that's massive oversteer" moments. As expected from a manufacturer with a history of producing the world's fastest cars, the McLaren P1 is unbelievably fast. It accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds and can reach 0-186 miles per hour, 0-300 km/h in an astonishing 16.5 seconds. That's 5.5 seconds quicker than the McLaren F1, the previous record holder for the world's fastest car. In a somewhat amusing twist, the P1 is actually exempt from congestion charges. This hybrid hypercar, ahead of its time in the coolness factor of hybrids, features a 26-kilogram motor with internal rotor cooling. This motor kicks out double the power of a 2013 F1 car's KERS unit, mainly designed to improve throttle response by filling in the gaps left by turbo lag. Additionally, you can drive the McLaren P1 purely on electric power alone for some distance, making it a zero-emission hypercar in places like London with congestion charging. Engaging race mode in the P1 is quite the process, taking 30 seconds during which the wing rises, the suspension drops by 50 millimeters, and everything becomes extremely focused. In this state, the P1 can corner at a stomach-churning 2G. McLaren boasts 600 kilograms of downforce at 161 miles per hour, which is more in line with the levels of downforce generated by a GT3 racing car. The P1 features proper, ground effect aero, famously used in Formula 1. Its carbon fiber underfloor is smooth, boosting downforce and providing similar levels of performance to a Le Mans sports racer. This, combined with race mode, minimizes the gap between the P1's underbelly and the tarmac for incredible performance. Each McLaren P1 took an impressive 17 days to build, a meticulous 4-stage process involving 82 technicians. While assembly took a single day, the rest of the time was apparently spent developing the car by sliding it around a racetrack. During its development, the McLaren P1 covered more than 385,000 miles of testing, which is equivalent to traveling more than 15 times around the world. That's quite a bit of track time. One of the P1's notable achievements was lapping the Nürburgring in under 7 minutes. In fact, a P1 LM built by Lance Anti managed an astonishing 6 minutes and 43 seconds in road legal guise. McLaren only ever produced 375 P1s. The first one, often referred to as P1-1, is the silver car on the left, while the 375th P1 produced is the orange car on the right. It's interesting to note that North and South America received the largest share of P1s at around 34% of the total production, while Europe received a quarter of the entire run.